Hey everybody, welcome back to TechOdyssey. So today I'm here to talk about the Microsoft Surface Duo 2 and why you shouldn't buy one. And when I say you shouldn't buy one, I mean don't buy one on day one. And there are several reasons for this. I have concerns. I have concerns the price might drop. I have concerns that it won't hold up, just like the original Surface Duo, and Microsoft won't support it. And I mean, it's a proposition that is... There's a lot of opportunity for things to go bad here. And yes, I know some people really love the Surface Duo. I do too. I like my original one, especially when I got it for $600. But had I kept the original one I bought that I paid $1,500 for, and then it spiraled down to like $400, I would be immensely upset. And especially the way the whole device was handled. And I want to talk more about this in this video. But before we get into all this, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Let's talk about the Duo 2. Okay, Microsoft went kind of back to the drawing board. They essentially gave us a slightly different version of this, which I didn't really expect them to reinvent the wheel. I had a lot of things. I had some checklists of things I wanted on the new one. I wanted, of course, a better processor. I wanted 5G. I wanted a better camera setup. Yeah, some of those things. Most importantly, I want software support. I want updates. I want them to take care of the device and treat it like they care, especially for the amount of money it costs. So, looking at the Surface Duo 2, it looks like fundamentally, at a hardware level, they fixed a lot of that stuff. The only thing that I really kind of have some heartache about is the camera bump that's on the back, because here's the thing. If you want to use the device and use one screen, right now with the Surface Duo, you can close it like this. But now you're going to have a camera that's in there, so it's probably going to be something more along the lines like that, but you're not going to be able to hold it flat. I am not crazy about that at all, because sometimes I like to be able to hold it that way. But I'm interested to try out the cameras. I'm going to give it a fair shake, but I'm a YouTuber. I'm a tech guy. I get AdSense revenue when people watch my videos. That helps pay for some of this stuff. If I were sitting there saying, okay, I've got one phone to buy, I'm a regular consumer, this is $1,600, I likely wouldn't go out and go buy this. It's something that I would have great hesitation about. Even as using my money, because of course, I mean, yeah, I get money for this, but at the same point in time, I could definitely use that somewhere else. It's not like, oh, let me go spend $1,600 on the Surface Duo 2 and hope that it pans out. So I'm cautiously optimistic about it because I want it to succeed. But there's still the little voice in the back of my head that says the price is going to drop. Microsoft's not going to support it. It's going to take over a year before we see Android 12. It's going to have bugs whenever it launches. I have a lot of concerns. So if me, as a tech reviewer and as a consumer, kind of in the same boat, if I have questions about this, I have a hard time coming to you guys and saying, hey, you should go out and go buy this. Now, if you've got $1,600, $1,700, $1,800 laying around, burning a hole in your pocket, you don't care, go buy it. But if you're sitting there thinking, okay, I've got one phone I can buy, I need to upgrade, maybe give it a month. Like, just give it a little bit. Now, I don't think that's too much to ask. And I'm not trying to convince you not to buy it. I'm trying to help you make a good decision. You can do whatever you want, and that's your prerogative. I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to turn anyone off to the device. It could be great. I hope it is. I hope that it's everything that we wanted the original Duo to be, but now. I mean, had this device come out last year, can you imagine the reception it would have got? Like, before Microsoft screwed this whole thing up, if we got the Surface Duo 2, instead of this at first, people would have been clamoring about it. There would have been so much excitement. This is revolutionary. This is great. Unfortunately, it's like, hey, we made the first one. Let's mess it up, leave a really bad taste in your mouth and abandon it. And then we'll come out with a new one that has all the other stuff on it. So, yeah, and a lot of people that are interested in this bought the original one last year. Also, I would caution you, before the end of the year, we're supposed to get Android 11 for the Surface Duo. Android 11 for the Surface Duo, I made a video about this, should give you a lot of life out of the Surface Duo. It could actually fix a lot of the problems that we had from the get-go. So if you're marginally happy with the Duo now, I would wait for that software update before I go and spend $1,600. And they're only giving you like $475, $425. They're not giving you a lot of money for trading on this. So that right there should tell you, even Microsoft doesn't value this very much. They're not going to be able to turn around and refurbish it and make any money. It's basically a lost cause. unless you're a fan. So I don't want to say this device will be a failure. I hope it's not. I really hope that it's everything that we want it to be. That new Obsidian color looks nice. It's got 5G. It's got Snapdragon 888. It's got a bigger battery, bigger screen. So many different things. I'm excited about it. Like, genuinely I am. But in the back of my mind and part of my conscience is like, be hesitant, be cautious going into this purchase. And if you can wait a little while, I don't want to guarantee. I never want to guarantee anything. But I have a strong inclination after this initial wave, after the first 60-day return period is over, so right around Christmas time, I think sometime in December, early January, we're probably going to see a price drop. That's just me. So I think it's overpriced at $14.99. Yes, I get what's in there. It's $300 cheaper than the Fold 3. I have the Fold 3. It's a great phone. But looking at the Duo 2, after what they did, I'm very hesitant to say go out and spend, and I say $1,600 because that's the minimum what it costs after taxes. I got the 128 model, $14.99 after taxes. We're talking, it was like $16.20 something or whatever. So I'm not saying it might not be worth it, and for some people it will be. Some people are going to see it and go, this is the phone for me. I am so excited. I'm so glad they did this. If that's what you want, go buy it. I encourage you, enjoy it as much as you can. And I hope that I enjoy mine when I get it. I'm going to make a lot of videos about it. I really do care about the platform. I mean, I wouldn't still be holding on to this one. I wouldn't have bought a second one if I didn't believe in it, if I didn't think that there was a place for this in the market. But well, I try very, very hard here to be a consumer and a buyer advocate. And I think about this stuff. I got 6 kids. I've worked for a long time to get to the point where I can buy these to review these devices. But if I were still in a position where, look, I can get one phone every year or two, you can bet your rear end that I wouldn't be sitting here saying, you know what, 100% day one, I'm buying this sucker. I would wait for it to come out. I would go look at it at Best Buy. I would see what the tech reviewers say about it. And not just the big ones, not just MKBHD, not just iJustD, not just the people that go, oh, look at Shiny, look what Microsoft did. Somebody who actually takes it, uses it, puts it as a daily driver, spends some time with it, wait for that stuff. So that way we can see how good it really is before you go spend your money. And that's just the best advice that I have regarding this phone. I don't want to turn anyone off. I think that it could be good. I think that it's going to be better than the original one, so we've got that going for us at least. But as a value proposition, I want to see how well this Android 11 implementation is. I want to see how good everything works once we get it in our hands, because you really haven't seen a whole lot of videos on there about it yet on the internet. Like, if it were the iPhone, there would be 5 million videos. There haven't been a lot of videos yet, so we'll wait and see what's going on. Maybe there's another embargo that Microsoft did. Last go around, they were like, oh, here's the Microsoft Surface Duo. Don't show it with the screen on. I haven't seen a whole lot of stuff out there, so I don't know if there's another level of embargo. I don't know if there's considerations going on in the background. We'll see what happens, but as a responsible tech reviewer, as a reasonable person, these are my thoughts on it and why I think casual consumers, not big tech geeks, not people who just are in love with this and know you want to buy it, normal folks who are interested in it, just exercise some caution. So that's all I have in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those down in the comments section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want to know when new videos come out, because that happens. I make videos every single day. And if you want to find me on social media, you can also find me on Adam J. Matlock on Twitter, where I spend a lot of time. So that's all I've got in this video. As always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.